Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the Knife Center coming at you from Las Vegas for the SHOT Show 2022. Here with Mr. Curtis himself from the Spartan Blades booth. How are you, sir?
Good, David. How you doing?
Dude, it's so good to see you again.
It's like deja vu all over again, isn't it?
Really? Oh my. But it's been a long time, and yet it's just yesterday we were hanging out, wasn't it? Well, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to have you showing us some new stuff.
Sure. Yeah, so might as well jump right into it.
Yeah.
So for 2022, here's what we got that's new. As you know, every year we do 4 special editions of the Spartan Hardesty folders. I guess we can talk about those first.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you want to run with.
So, you know, for years we've been doing special editions of the Spartan Hardesty folder. But, you know, the more folks we talk to, you know, we get different requests for things. I found that the more emotion that we can put into a knife, or we can do a graphic that means something to somebody, it tends to do
People
better.
respond to that.
Yeah, they tend to respond to it better. So I guess we'll look at them right here. So this is the first one. This is Spartan Hardesty folder, a Dragon edition for 2022. So it's got a dragon on there with several different laser anodized colors.
Nice. Oh, that looks really cool. I like the hint of blue on the dragon itself. Yeah. Very nice. And it's the classic Spartan Hardesty folder at this point.
Absolutely.
Solid build quality. You guys have moved to S45 VN on these guys?
We have, yeah.
Excellent.
We also went to titanium pivots.
Okay.
So we used to anodize all the hardware, and we'd have a silver pivot on the end. It just didn't make sense.
And now you can tie that in better.
Right. So now it's titanium on both sides.
Very, very nice. So that's the dragon.
It's a dragon. Now, I told you we try to put a sense of emotion into them. So we're sitting down talking as we're coming up with ideas. And I'm like, Curtis, what gets your heart racing? I said, well, actually, I used to play a lot of poker in Iraq and Afghanistan. And whenever I got a royal flush or a full house, my heart rate got up there pretty high.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
So so we said, well, let's put a royal flush on one of them. So we did just that.
That's cool.
So this one here, we anodize it purple, electro-anodize it, and then we laser anodize the gold playing cards on there. And then the reverse side is actually what would be the back face of a playing card.
It's very Vegas appropriate, too, given
you think
where we are right now. Yeah,
absolutely.
Excellent.
And the next one, we get a lot of guys, military guys, coming to our shop, and they'd like to have themes put on their knives. And one of them, top ones we get is Till Valhalla. It's just kind of thing that a lot of special forces guys say to each other.
Yeah.
So we said, why not do a Viking thing? So we did a Viking coming out of the water onto the shore in a Viking longboat in the distance. And then we put Till Valhalla on the other side. And I apologize. I've been talking for 4 days here at SHOT Show, so I'm barely getting my words out. So I apologize.
We'll make sure you sound good on
Thanks.
the
If you could voice over something really sexy, maybe British, that'd be great.
We'll get Steve Buscemi.
Perfect. All right.
Can we do that?
So
I don't know, maybe.
So, and of course, the last one is a koi fish. The thought was to give you a little bit of serenity and something, allow you to reflect. But Mark and I used to live in Japan. We always were like Japanese themes, so we went with the koi fish. And so it's deep engraved, and then it has gold anodization over the top of it. So those are the 4 Spartan Hardesty folder special editions for this year. We do have some new fixed blade offerings. And the first one would be the Morrow. This is a knife designed by me. We have a lot of folks that like that size of, like, they call it 5x5. 5-inch blade, 5-inch handle.
Gotcha.
This seems to be a good, easy to carry size, yet still functional for a lot of tasks. So again, S45VN, double deep cryoed, heat treated and tempered, canvas micarta, but contoured handles. And it's just a lightweight, easy to carry, fixed blade, well balanced.
Yeah, it feels really good in the hand, just nestles right in there. And the lightweight, it just helps it move. Like it's one of those ones, like you guys know, when I pick up a knife and I feel that motion in the blade, I got to tell you guys about it. This is just that narrow blade. It's ready to strike or slice or whatever you need to do with it.
There you
man.
go. Yep.
Yeah, very, very
So
cool.
now come with Kydex and a Molly sheath.
Nice, super solid. Excellent.
Now, as you may know, 2 years ago we formed Pineland Cutlery with K-Bar knives. So we're actually business partners now. So we wanted to do something that was iconically Spartan and K-Bar at the same time. So we sat down with Bill Harsey and asked him to come up with 3 distinctive designs for knives that we can do in collaboration with K-Bar. So we'll talk about those real quick. Now the first one is a fighter. So you may notice these handles, they may look familiar. We do a lot of contoured handles Bill Harsey Designs, clean but textured with a step over. So we did a Harsey design handle, but made it look much like the K-bar Marine Corps fighting knife.
Yeah.
So Bill Harsey affectionately calls this the Pine Bar, half Pine Land, half K-bar. We're calling it the Spartan Harsey Fighter.
This has always been a handle I really love, and these are injection molded handles, right?
They are injection molded, yeah.
So
and these will be just sub 200, so it'll be half the price of a Defensa or a Gold Line knife. Yeah.
But with all the comfort of it.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that the swell you get on here, as opposed to like some of the other, like just putting G10 on there and shaving it down. This is where like injection molding really comes into its own on this really highly sophisticated shape right here. Man,
we sat down with engineers, and the engineers were like, there's several different surfaces you can put on injection molded parts. Do you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? I said, well, I don't want any of them. I want it to look like what we do on our Gold Line knives. And to their credit, the engineers at Cutco and K-Bar, they really stepped up and put a lot of hard work into developing these molds. So we got to build the molds first.
Right.
And I think they did a fantastic job.
No, it feels
Most
great.
people that see it think it's G10.
I did.
Yeah.
I did when you handed it to me at first, really.
So there's 3 different models. The other one is a Nessmuck. Our thought was we want to make a decent outdoor camp type knife. We've always liked the Nessmuck design and the fact that grind line goes so high off the top. So there's another version. It's a Spartan Harsey Nessmuck.
And just the slicing in that blade shape is going to work so well.
It's just going to be a great slicer.
Food prep, hunting, camp tasks all around.
And then, of course, we have our friends out there. They just want to chop stuff up. They want to clear brush. They want to clear a campsite, cut tinder for firewood. So when we started thinking about choppers and that type of task, the Kukris first thing came to mind.
Absolutely.
And I've used them in the jungles in Asia, and they actually work great. So, but we wanted 1/4 inch thick on these. So it's a pretty hefty, heavy knife. Still has a good, comfortable, ergonomic handle. But
and it's the same handle shape between all 3 of these, right?
It is. Yeah, absolutely same handle shape.
And I like the little bit of swell there at the end and the shape. I mean, Bill knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And that, when you swing with this, that's not going anywhere. You've got such a solid grip on that blade. 1095 CV on all these. Since, K-Bar Classic, they do such a good job with that.
And then every one of these knives comes
awesome.
in an injection molded sheath with secondary retention. So you've got to get that button to get it out. And then there'll be additional straps on there, just, airborne operations, mountain climbing, walking through the woods with your kids.
Just a little extra piece of mind.
It's nice to have a little extra secondary retention to keep that knife secure.
I like that the flap there you put behind the belt loop, so it's not nothing's going to come along and kind of snag it open.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the belt loop is Velcroed, so any thickness belt will fit in there. So try to keep it simple, So that's what's new for 2022.
Awesome looking stuff. Folks, let us know what you thought of these knives down there in the comments. And to check out all the latest cool Spartan blade stuff we've got, there will be a link in the description to take you over to KnifeCenter.com. Thanks for sticking around for all our SHOT Show coverage. Curtis, man, thank you
It's a pleasure.
so very
Absolutely,
much.
brother.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.